10 times or 20 times more advanced than we are now. Alaska Gamer, exactly. Anyway, I'm just saying, just a food for your thought though. That's a little food for your thought though. You know what I'm saying?
Back and rewatching old TV shows from your childhood that just fills you with this warm,
It just be like that, bro.
feeling. Even though you're older now and your tastes have changed, these shows can still connect with you.
Meanwhile, I got water all on my desk. But luckily, not all my water spilled though.
When I rewatch The Magic School Bus.
Luckily, not all my water.
You
know what I'm saying?
And edgy, a show that just wanted to teach people how the world works. But then you find something in that show that you don't remember.
You said there's an anime where a guy goes to another world with his smartphone.
Here's proof of what'll happen.
Yeah, it's called ReZero. What the hell?
Huh. That's weird. I don't remember Arnold dying in the show. And the more I rewatched, the more I realized how much I missed as a kid. And I knew I had to make my next theory about this. Inside the Magic School Bus is a culture of
I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, bro. I'm having endless sex with Miss Frizzle, bro.
Fear and lies, all to hide a massive secret. Trust me, this theory is
I'm
just
sorry,
as
I had to
dark
say
or
it, bro.
complex as any of my SpongeBob theories. This is the Magic
I gotta
School
get
Bus
that Frizzle
Doppelgänger
jizzle, bro.
theory.
I didn't even realize when I said it, bro.
This is a pretty fun game.
Frizzle Drizzle sound like a nice snack though.
You know what's a better game? Raid
Boy, get
Shadow Legends.
Get this ad out of my face. I mean, get your bag, bro. But nobody playing Raid Shadow Legends anymore. It's all about RKO tournament knockout.
The Magic School Bus is an animated educational kids show that aired from 1994 to 1997 and later got rebooted on Netflix in 2017.
What the hell is this?
The Magic School Bus is an animated educational kids show that aired from 1994 to 1997 and later got rebooted on Netflix.
Damn! This what Miss Frizzle look like now? Making my way downtown, walking fast, walling, making my way down. She got a dump truck on her. In this case, a school bus.
Netflix in 2017. It follows Miss Frizzle and her class of 4th grade students as they use the Magic School Bus to go on crazy field trips to places like outer space, inside the human body, and traveling back in time, all to learn about how the world works. Like a lot of you, I watched it in school growing up, but it wasn't until recently that I started to question some things about the show.
Until you
like,
found
do the parents
out
know
her
that
coochie
their
was
kids are
sponsored by
regularly
Raid
going
Shadow
on these
Legends.
dangerous, life-threatening expeditions? And how is Arnold still alive after taking off his helmet in space?
Thanks, Janet.
Oh, he just got a cold after being exposed to the freezing vacuum of space. That's it. Something seems wrong here. But wait, before we even begin to question the logic of the show, we have to ask if there's even anything here worth theorizing about. I get this comment all the time. It's just a kid's show. And you're right. When it comes to most kid shows, there's usually no internal logic to how or why things happen. And it would be pointless to try and make a theory about it. Except, here's the thing that sets the Magic School Bus apart from most kid shows. The show itself is constantly pointing out and questioning its own logic. It does this at the end of every episode during something called the producer segment. At the end of every episode, a character known as the producer for the Magic School Bus TV show shows up and answers questions from the fans.
Hello.
Hi, you work on the Magic School Bus show, right?
You bet, I'm the producer.
That's right. Just like SpongeBob, the Magic School Bus breaks the fourth wall and acknowledges the fact that it's a TV show. Except, the Magic School Bus does it in a very interesting way. At first I thought this character was supposed to be an animated stand-in for the actual real-life producer of the show, but the producer doesn't talk about the show like it's animated. He talks about it like it's a live-action production.
How come there was only one kind of bat on your show? There are almost 1,000 different kinds, you know.
Well, those kind of bats were banned from the set.
In fact, everyone talks about it like it's a live-action TV show.
Is this the bakery where they filmed that Magic School Bus show?
Yes.
What we are seeing here is not the actual producer of the PBS
Damn, it's crowded as shit in here, bro.
animated Magic School Bus show. We are seeing a fictional producer character for an in-universe live-action TV show inside of the real-life animated Magic School Bus show. It's confusing, I know. Think of it like a mockumentary where the filmmakers are just as much a part of the story as the characters. So just
Oh, that's what you call it? A mockumentary? So that's the type of genre The Office is? I love The Office, bro. Dub show, bro. Shout out Abbott Elementary. That's a fire show too, bro. Even though it's basically the same thing, but black version. But it's still fire, though.
Just like my SpongeBob television theory, everything we see in the show is being filmed by in-universe cameras, and everything that happens is just scripted for the purposes of creating an educational
mockumentary is kinda
live-action
crazy.
TV show.
Since when can a bus shrink and sprout legs like a bullfrog?
Since the scriptwriter wrote it in for the purposes of this episode.
You didn't believe the part where the kids got so close to the volcano.
It's television. We all know real kids don't go inside volcanoes.
And another thing, if an astronaut ever does make it to Pluto, she'd better not take her helmet off.
You think they'd end up with more than a cold, huh?
She'd end up a block of ice, or worse.
None of the characters actually go to space or travel through time. There's no real danger or magic involved. In the canon of the show, everything we see is fake. And this isn't even a Truman Show situation where the main characters are unaware they're being filmed. The kids actually sometimes show up or call in on the producer segment and talk as if they know about the show.
Watching that show, you'd think that nighttime lasted about 5 seconds.
Oh, well, we were a little short on time.
So, that pretty much answers every possible question I could have about this show,
Okay.
right? Like, anything weird or dark I find can just be explained away by it being scripted by the showrunners. And I almost gave up on making this theory because of that. Until I realized that's exactly what the Magic School Bus wants us to think.
Oh, brother. What do you mean by this?
Seatbelts, everyone!
When you was a kid, you had a crush on the black girl?
In Season 2, Episode 3,
I forgot all their names.
The class travels back in time on the Magic School Bus to visit the dinosaurs. During the episode, they keep track of which dinosaurs only ate plants with this chart. But when they go back to the present, we don't see the class take the chart with them. Just like the end of every episode, they have a producer segment, this time with a guest star from the show, and they clarify none of the magic they showed.
Damn.
No one's ever traveled back in time and seen real dinosaurs.
Absolutely not. Time travel is impossible.
But it's what happens at the very end of this segment that
For now. But in the future, it will be possible.
changes everything.
Oh, but of course it's not.
What the fuck? Wait. Hey, yo.
How could they find the dinosaur chart buried underground if the time travel wasn't real? This directly contradicts what the producers are constantly saying about the show. And this happens all the time in the producer segments.
Which reminds me why I called it.
Is that nigga stroking it?
Yes.
I'm still waiting for someone to get that pile of litter off my planet.
Everybody knows there's no such thing as ghosts. You could never use gum for bungee jumping, not in a million years. I wish you guys would stick to the facts.
It took water more than 15 million years to carve out the Grand Canyon. About as long as it's going to take you to freeze that water.
The impossible things that happen on these field trips are clearly real in the
Which is crazy because to think about the Grand Canyon used to be a river, but now it's not a river, it's a canyon. Water used to really flow through there. That's crazy.
canon of the show, but why are they lying about it? In fact, they seem to get kinda nervous whenever the callers get pushy about what's real and what's not.
It would have taken weeks for the asteroid to reach the sun. You made it seem like it could happen in seconds.
Well, We had to take it.
Frizzle must be magic.
Why do you say that?
What was that?
That? Oh, that was just the
I
sound
felt your
of
bitch
Liz
so bad her
stretching
pussy
the truth.
became a
So
canyon.
why not just tell them that it's a real magic school bus? What's with all the secrecy?
Her pussy
The
is
class
magic.
is constantly going to places like outer space, the bottom of the sea, inside an active volcano, all extremely dangerous places that no school could ever take kids unless they lied about it and pretended like the field trips were just faked as a part of an elaborate fictional TV show. And the
They literally didn't they go inside this woman's body? Or they went inside somebody's body? Bro, imagine having a whole bus of kids inside your body.
cover-up goes much farther than just the show. The principal
They went
of the
through
school
someone's
has
booty
no
hole?
idea
Nah, I
what
don't think
they're
that.
doing on these
Nah,
field
bro.
trips.
Nah,
You're
nah.
telling me you went inside a chicken to find me an egg?
Yes, sir, we did.
But going inside a chicken is
Girls
not
do that on the
state-approved
regular?
field
Okay.
trip.
And even when they tell him, he doesn't believe.
Cause women just put a bus full of. I see what you did there.
Them.
Do you really expect me to believe that the chicken laid an egg with all of you?
But why I only got to be just women though? Men can do it too. Matter of fact, I feel like men do it more than women. But that's a conversation for another day.
Inside it?
And even the parents don't know what's going on.
And now, live from the throat.
Ralphie, that little
Live
girl
from the
looks
throat.
just like your friend Wanda.
Who? Her? No. Wanda's much.
Live from the throat is
Ralphie,
crazy.
I know that guilty look. What's going on?
Nothing, Mom. Really.
Oh, I'm sure they were just hanging around. Right, Ralphie?
Right, Miss Frizzle.
It's never explicitly stated in the show.
Miss Frizzle
but
got that
pay
drizzle.
attention, it's clear that these field trips are a massive secret, and the kids are actively helping hide it.
But Miss Frizzle, we can't let Mr. Junket know the bus is magic.
He can't know what he can.
Miss Frizzle really got that drizzle,
Why?
bro.
I could see why the producers are hiding the secret.
Miss
but
Frizzle, a
why are
vamp.
the kids in on it? Maybe it's just because they love the field trip so much, and they know that if the secret got out, they wouldn't be able to go on them anymore. But I think there might be something more going on here.
What, they getting paid? What if Miss Frizzle's paying them to do these experiments? I don't know how that would tie that. What is this?
What's that?
Girl, that's a booty hole.
Not a hole, Keisha. A valve.
I miss that meme so much, bro. I miss that meme so much, bro. I miss that meme so much, bro.
What's that?
Girl,
That's a booty hole.
Not a hole, Keisha. A valve.
Girl, that's a booty hole. That shit's so funny, bro. Oh my god, bro. I missed that meme, bro. Forgot about that. Girl, that's a booty hole.
In the very first episode of the Magic School
That
Bus,
shit always
Arnold
got me,
brings his
bro.
cousin Janet to visit his school.
Girl,
and
that's
she
a booty
mentions
hole.
that Arnold told her all about the field trips they go on.
Arnold told me all about your field trips, Dorothy Ann. What did he say?
Look at their reactions to hearing this. They are terrified of someone else knowing the truth. Now, I've already shown you that clip of Arnold taking off his helmet and freezing in space, but I didn't show you why he did it. Throughout the entire episode, Janet is trying to collect
I didn't know
evidence
Ayo
to
was
prove
in
that she
here.
went to space. And in order to convince Janet not to bring back incriminating
I tried.
evidence, Arnold does
I'm sorry.
this.
There's no way I'm going home without my stuff. It's proof. Nobody will believe me without it.
I'm sorry.
Janet, you want proof? I'll give you proof. Here's proof of what'll happen to you if you stay here with your stuff. Arnold, no!
Girl, that's a
Arnold
booty hole.
is more afraid of Janet exposing their secrets than taking off his helmet in space. What could these kids possibly be so afraid of happening if the truth got out? Well, in Season 1, Episode 11, we actually do get to see what DA thinks would happen if her old teacher found out about their field trips.
Mr. Seaflat? I'd like you to meet.
Take chances, make mistakes, get messy!
Get busy.
Oh, we never did anything like this at our old school.
Holy shit. It's Miss Frizzle. They're all afraid of Miss Frizzle.
C-Plot is a wild name.
Like this quirky, fun, eccentric teacher, but she is constantly manipulating these kids into being afraid and totally obedient. In episode 2, Arnold asks
Yo, this music is crazy.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
Well, Arnold, I do need a volunteer to stay behind.
She casually says he can stay behind, but then without telling him, they shrink down and go inside of Arnold for their field trip. At the end of the episode, they tell Arnold they were inside of him, and after this horrifying realization sets in, he says this.
You went inside?
Miss Frizzle, no matter what, I'll never miss another field trip. Never, ever, ever, ever.
The message Miss Frizzle is sending is clear. If you disobey or try to miss a field trip, there will be consequences. And if you don't believe me, in the very...
I mean, is it really a consequence, though, that she's going inside you? Because that nigga was just eating some Cheeto Puffs. I don't think he really cared.
Next episode, the exact same thing happens. In this episode, Ralphie gets sick and his mom tells him he has to miss school, but Ralphie vehemently tries to fight it.
It's my opinion, as your mother, and as a doctor, that you have a fever, which means you are sick, which means you are going back to bed.
But Mom!
Seems kinda weird, right? Usually kids love to miss school, especially a slacker, goofball character like Ralphie. But no. He knows there will be consequences if he misses a field trip. And as expected, the class goes to his house, shrinks down.
These niggas literally pressed this man. Wait, are they about to go inside this nigga too?
And goes inside of him. It's like an
What the hell? So if you miss school, she's gonna go inside of you. Nah, that's crazy. What if like hypothetically speaking, right, the bus reverts back to its original size while they're inside there? Is there any countermeasurements to stop that from happening? Because I just thought about it, right? I know it's a magic school bus, but at the same time, what if a mishap happens? Shoot Miss Frizzle and she eats the bullets? Ain't Miss Frizzle like fused with the bus too? Type shit. Is she a bus demon? Wait. Is she a bus demon?
Unspoken rule of the class. If you miss a field trip, you will
she's the bus devil?
There is a culture of fear and lies in the classroom, and Miss Frizzle is at the
She's
heart
the bus
of
devil, bro.
No matter what, you must keep her secrets and continue going
Devil
on these
buses.
dangerous field trips, even if there's risk of getting hurt or worse. Which brings me back to my original question. How did Arnold actually survive after taking off his helmet in space?
Miss Frizzle,
What
a
if I told
throat
you
demon?
He didn't. And the Arnold we see after this is not the same Arnold.
It's Hey Arnold.
Please let this be a normal field trip.
So, the magic school bus is supposed to be this infinitely powerful magical contraption, right? It can go anywhere, travel through time, and change itself or anyone else into just about anything. So, who's to say that the kids who get injured or killed don't just magically get brought back to life by the bus off screen? But after Arnold comes back from being frozen in space, he acts different. In the very next episode after he gets frozen, they keep calling attention to the fact that Arnold is acting weird for some reason.
You feel alright, Arnold?
It's sort of explained away in the episode, but it's weird how they keep bringing it up.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
And before he was frozen, we heard him say this.
I wonder where we're going today. Inside a rotten log? Been there.
to the bottom of the ocean. Done that.
He mentions how they've already been to the bottom of the ocean and inside of a rotten log. But they visit both of these places in future episodes, and Arnold never mentions the fact that they've already been there. In fact, no one does. It's like they don't even remember these past field trips. And this show does have continuity and a precedent for mentioning old field trips.
This looks familiar, kind of like when we were in your bloodstream, Ralphie. Remember?
There's something really strange going on with these
That's
kids,
kind of weird.
For the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I discovered something.
Now that's kind of weird.
Something so impossible and confusing that when I saw it, it honestly gave me chills. In episode 2, the magic school bus shrinks down and goes inside of Arnold to learn about the digestive system. But there's something inside of Arnold that made me question everything about this show. Something that I guarantee you wouldn't normally notice. Are you ready? Let me play the clip for you.
The esophagus. It's where your food goes after you swallow.
Miss Frizzle, what are you doing?
Did you see it? Let's slow it down.
Wait, what?
How the fuck is Arnold inside of Arnold?
Hey, yo! Yo! What the? Wait, nah. That Arnold and Arnold? Nah. That's wow. I didn't even notice that the first time. Cause I forgot what the hell there was even inside here for. Nah, that nigga a clone. Or maybe the clone is outside. There was 2 Arnolds? You knew you wasn't crazy? But like, what the hell? No, that's crazy.
He is the one person who absolutely cannot be in the bus right now. But there he is, sitting in the back. But the next time we see the back of the bus, he's gone. No way, this has to be some sort of really weird animation mistake, right? Except 25 seconds later, we see him again sitting in the back of the bus.
What is going on?
How is Arnold inside of Arnold? Okay, maybe they just made the same mistake twice, right? Except
he's
this
Naruto.
isn't even the only episode where this happens. In season 4, episode 2, the class learns about a chicken's life cycle and shrinks Arnold down inside of an egg to watch it hatch.
This is a weird episode.
The rest of the class goes to talk to the principal in his office without Arnold. Except for a single shot, we can see Arnold in the...
Nah, this has to be some editing mistakes. Cause like, how do you miss this? I guess niggas like people that drew this cartoon probably didn't really care about continuity like that for real. Cause how do you miss this twice?
The office, even though he's supposed to be inside of the egg. And just like last time, he immediately disappears as soon as we cut back to where he was standing. Who is this second Arnold who keeps appearing in places he shouldn't be? And
that man's a glitch in the Matrix.
Sense. The magic school bus doesn't bring dead kids back to life. They replace them with identical clones. Or how I like to call them,
shadow
doppelgangers.
Clones?
It is no coincidence that this second Arnold showed up in the episode immedially after Arnold died in space.
You said nigga had to make an effort to draw?
Or some sort of rogue doppelganger they lost track of.
I mean, they're probably back in those days. I know this for a fact. For old cartoons, they usually have these are on whatchamacallit. I forgot what it's called. Not stilts. I forgot what they're called, but they're on whatchamacallit. So they have reusable assets like this. Like they reuse the same shots for a lot of these cartoons. So it would make sense that if they already used this scene to have Arnold in here because maybe they had Arnold here before and probably just forgot to take him out. So I don't think they don't draw these like per episode type shit. They have the little shits where they put the shit on the little thing where they have when they reuse the same scenes type shit. So they probably just forgot to edit this nigga out or some shit like that. Which is easy. This is something that you cannot not miss though. Like especially if the show is about him going into an egg, there's no way in hell that they can't they forget that though. So it is kind of questionable. I don't know if they put that in there for purpose or not, but they could just be reusing the scene high key. Just saying, you know what I mean? Let's just give it a bug, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You said, so how's he in that shot then and not in the other shot, bro? I'm saying like, so when they switch scenes, they probably reused this scene for another episode they did previously, but then the next scene they probably that was probably specific to that scene. I don't know. It's just it wouldn't they wouldn't reuse the whole scene. They could use parts of the scene interchangeably, so they don't have to redraw the same shit all the time. So if they have like a shot like this, like let's say if they're in the classroom, right? If they're in the classroom, they'll have a regular standard shot of just the classroom with all the kids in it. But if a kid has to go missing, then they'll probably just retrace all the students in -1 type shit. So it'd be like that. So that would make sense as to why he would be in this shot in particular, because they probably just use this from another episode, and then the reason why he wouldn't be in the same shot because they probably redrew that other or that shot was probably original to that episode or whatever. So you know that's probably what it is.
In the back of class. But wait a second. Can the Magic School Bus even create clones of living things? Like, it seems like the Magic School Bus can do anything.
You said there's no other shot like those? How do you know? Are you going frame by frame from every episode to know that they do this all the time in cartoons? They literally do that all the time. It's not surprising. There's a lot of these types of shits where they'll have like certain characters that are not supposed to be in there, and they reuse the same scenes. For example, what's that nigga's name? Arthur. They do the same thing, especially with these PBS ass kids shows.
Create something from scratch.
You have to go frame. You will literally have to go frame by frame to see if they never used that scene before.
It never creates a fish out of nothing. Trust me, I have looked everywhere in both this show and the reboot, and there is no evidence the bus can.
So LB, you telling me you rewatched this show recently, frame by frame, and know for a fact that they didn't use this particular scene in an episode before? Be real, LB. Come on, bro.
Create life.
Come on, bro.
But that's only because I was looking in the wrong place. Miss Frizzle's classroom is absolutely
You will literally have to go frame by frame on every episode until this episode to confirm that they did not use that same frame for a different episode, bro.
They're not
Nobody got time for that.
They constantly move and blink as if they're alive. And
what the hell?
The possible explanation is that they were created by the Magic School Bus, meaning it is totally possible for the bus to grow these doppelgangers to replace the students. Every time a student dies on a field trip, they have the perfect solution to cover it up. But how often could they possibly do this? Yeah, the kids regularly put themselves in danger, but the closest we get to an on-screen death was Arnold.
But here's my question though. Is the bus itself have magic powers? Or is it Miss Frizzle that has the magic powers that powers the bus? You know what I mean? Does Miss Frizzle have the powers that powers the magic bus? The bus has the powers? Okay. So, wait, but there'll be some times where the bus is nowhere near there, though. And gave it to Miss Frizzle? So you're telling me the bus is like... So the bus is like the toad? Like from Naruto? What's that nigga's name? Fucking... gave Miss Frizzle powers type shit? Like... The bus made a blood pact with Miss Frizzle. That actually is crazy, bro. That's actually wild.
Taking off
if that's true,
that's only one episode.
If that's true, that's
remember,
crazy.
The show itself is an unreliable narrator. They're obviously gonna cut out or recontextualize anything that could expose them. But I think they let an important clue slip in the very first episode. Remember, when Arnold came back from being frozen in space, he was sick, which seemed to carry over with how weird he was acting in the next episode. Maybe when a doppelganger is created, they come out very weak from the cloning process and have the symptoms of a sickness. Is it possible every time a character gets sick in the show, they've actually been recently replaced with a doppelganger? How else does the producer know details about Ralphie's specific sickness?
What were those kids doing visiting Ralphie when he was so sick and tired?
Oh, well, don't worry. He wasn't infectious.
And Ralphie not being infectious would make sense if it's not actually a sickness, but the symptoms of being a newly grown doppelganger. And the same episode Ralphie gets sick, the skeleton in the classroom has a completely different outfit from previous episodes, with a different tie.
But wouldn't his mom know the difference, though? Because his mom literally just said that she's a doctor. She knows when... So wouldn't the mom be able to... I'm just gonna keep
no
watching.
Sunglasses. Maybe the classroom skeleton is where they store the body of the last dead student. It even has very similar shoes to Ralphie's. But this goes far beyond just the occasional student getting replaced. I have found evidence of past field trips that went so horribly wrong that no student came back from them alive.
How would she know he's different if they cloned him fully through?
Eventually they get fished out by...
I'm talking about a sickness, though. Because you telling me they're replicating the exact, like, the nigga was sick before, right? And she said it was like a flu or some shit. But then he coming out with stomach pains type shit. This is just all, I don't know what actually, I don't remember the episode. I don't even think I've ever seen that one. I barely seen that many episodes of Magic School Bus. But I'm just saying, like how this is, like, wouldn't she be able to tell the different type of sicknesses? Because you know what I'm saying? It looked like the nigga had a stomach flu, but then the nigga had a fever type shit. So she wouldn't be able to, like, tell the difference between the two?
By a fishing woman who says this.
Nope. Already have a bus.
Look out!
Why would she have already fished up a miniature bus from the ocean?
What the hell?
Maybe it's like a toy or something, but that's not the only time something like this has happened. In Season 2, Episode 1, they explore an underwater volcano and briefly pass by a random sunken ship. Except, if you look closely, it has a figurehead of Miss Frizzle on the front of the ship.
Miss Frizzle's at Atlantis?
Atlantean? The ocean have this? Well, it looks a lot like when the Magic School Bus turned into a boat in Season 4, Episode 13, and had a figurehead of Liz, the class pet. These are the wreckages of past failed field trips where nobody returned alive. There have been countless children who have died on these field trips, but why? What is the point of all this? Who's really running the show here, and what is the true identity of Miss Frizzle? The Magic School Bus TV show is run by the producers we see at the end of every episode.
You bet, I'm the producer.
You bet, I'm the producer.
One of them.
There's two characters who have been called producers of the show, and we never find out their names or where they came from. But do they look familiar at all to you? They have a very similar appearance to Tim and Wanda. Is it possible the producers are...
I mean, this is a kind of a fair stretch, because we like to point to some racism here. Okay, maybe not racism, but it's kind of a stretch. Yeah, you can make that argument, maybe. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's because you know what I'm saying. What's her name? I don't know. I don't know. What the nigga say? Some shit.
Where they came from, but do they look familiar at all to you? They have a very similar appearance to Tim.
Do we even see their parents?
Is it possible
Wanda, that's her name,
actually the original students who survived all these years? And the similarities go far beyond just their appearances. The male producer is seen working on a bee farm that we've never seen before, but Tim mentions in Season 3, Episode 1, that his grandpa owns a bee farm.
I've been delivering honey for my grandpa's bee.
Oh, shit.
farm all summer.
Maybe the producer is working on his grandfather's farm. And just like how the producer works on storyboards, we see Tim working on his comic books. The female producer has a big plush frog in her office, and we know Wanda used to have a pet frog that she loved.
You know, Miss Frizzle, I was really glad when you said I could bring my best friend Bella the bullfrog to school.
In fact, in Season 1, Episode 5, Wanda has to let her pet frog go to live a happier life in the wild, and we see the producer rewatch this scene and cry.
Bye, Bella. I know you're going to have a good life here, but I am going to miss you. Bella.
I think it is very likely that the producers are the original Tim and Wanda. But what about the rest of the original students? Maybe.
But my thing is, why? Okay, so it's been proven that she does clone students while they're alive because of the whole Arnold situation. But why keep them alive as producers? He probably won't explain it.
Maybe Tim and Wanda are the only survivors, but I did find this guy working at a carnival in Season 2, Episode 10 that looks a lot like Ralphie. And I could also totally see Ralphie growing up to work at a carnival. But then what about Miss Frizzle? Even though we see the producers running things at the end of the episode, it seems like Miss Frizzle is also in charge of the show.
You really expect us to believe that Mikey had the power to actually knock the bell clear off the hammer slammer?
Just between us, we had a story conference about that, and it was Miss Frizzle's idea.
But we know nothing about Miss Frizzle's past, and obviously she doesn't resemble any of the kids like the producers do. I mean, the closest comparison we have is Arnold with their similar hair color, but obviously Arnold is male and Miss Frizzle is female, right? And that's what I thought too, until I discovered pickle theory. Pickle theory is not a theory I created, it's something I discovered while researching for this video. It
Pickle
stems from
theory?
this weird moment in Season 2, Episode 7 with Miss Frizzle.
Whoa! There's a ton of pickles in here.
You caught me, Ralphie. Oh, I have a private and powerful passion for pickles.
Nah, Miss Frizzle, that's kind of concerning. And sexy at the same time.
Even if I told you the context of this episode, this moment wouldn't really make sense. Miss Frizzle just has a secret closet full of pickles and a private and powerful passion for them for some unexplained reason. But this is where pickle theory comes in. To understand pickle theory, you need to understand that there's a common medication used in hormone therapy for trans women that has the side effect of making you crave sodium. And pickles are very salty, so they've become a common snack in the
So we're saying that Arnold is Miss Frizzle, but he became trans now? Really? This is what we doing? Okay.
Female transgender community.
All
Pickle
right.
theory states that this weird moment with Miss Frizzle admitting to a private craving for pickles is a hint about her actually being a transgender woman. And I think it's a cool theory, but probably not enough evidence to win me over yet.
Okay, I was about to say.
Even if it is true, there's definitely not enough evidence to say Miss Frizzle is the original Arnold. I mean, she doesn't even wear glasses like him. But then I watched Season 4, Episode 10, where we actually get to see inside of Miss Frizzle's house for the very first time. And I found a picture on her wall that is going to blow your mind. A picture of someone who looks a lot like a female version of Arnold, right down to the yellow and white shirt and glasses. I think this is what Miss Frizzle looked like as a kid. Either she's transgender, or the cloning process can just create different gender versions of characters, but whatever it is, you can't tell me this doesn't make it seem like Frizzle is a female version of Arnold.
No, because how are we 100% sure this is actually her? This could be her grandma for all we know. And this don't look exactly like the t-shirt that nigga has. I mean, unless whoever took this photo did a horrible job, but no. And plus they got two different types of hair tech styles. Her hair is curly. You're telling me she out here straightening her hair? I mean, she stopped straightening her hair and she got her hair curly? So if her hair is original, that means she's curling her hair every single day. Ain't no way she curling that naps. Them naps on her hair.
Miss Frizzle sounds fake. It sounds like something she just made up because she has frizzy hair, a trait that she shares with Arnold. All of the people running the Magic School Bus show are the original versions of the students, creating doppelgangers of themselves and forcing them to go on dangerous field trips. But why? What is this all for? to make the Magic School Bus TV show and educate the kids of the world. And god damn it, it worked.
Is this the Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? You mean Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? I want the Magic School Bus! I want the Magic School Bus!
In this universe, everyone knows about the Magic School Bus. It is a massive success. If you want to educate the world, then in the words of Miss Frizzle, you have to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Get very, very messy. And that's the Magic School Bus doppelganger theory. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. This video was a lot of fun to make, and it was a good break from all the work that went into Don't Feed the Muse 2. Like I said, this video isn't related to that series or the ARG. I'm still going to be making these separate standalone theory type videos on the side.
So
I know
Miss
it
Frizzle's
probably
a demon?
seems like I hate making theory videos from Don't Feed the Muse, but that's more of a character that I'm playing than my real thoughts on these videos. They're honestly just a lot of fun to make, and they help fund bigger projects like Don't Feed the Muse. So we can have a bit of both on the channel, but separated from now on. I've got some cool theories in the works, but I'm probably not going to post them super often because they take a long time to research and edit, and there's other projects I want to work on in the meantime. I probably also won't just cover animated kids shows or even just shows in general. I'm looking pretty much anywhere for interesting topics to dive into. If you want to help support,
I mean, you can do Edit and Eddie next though, high key, because that's a lot of theories that I feel like a lot of people still are trying to impact still to this day. Type shit. That's one. Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends, that's another one. Hey Arnold, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? Plenty and more. Powerpuff Girls, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? I could keep on naming them, bro. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that a nigga can do, bro. Because niggas have been having theories about a lot of these shows, high key, especially Powerpuff Girls. Because I don't think the professor is who he really is to be. That's just me though. But that's besides the point though. I mean, the video. You know what I'm saying? The little video. You know what I'm saying? The little video. You know what I mean? Miss Frizzle definitely got some explaining to do though. I'm not gonna hold you. Miss Frizzle definitely got some explaining to do because yeah. What is this?